Okay, welcome back to Castlevania. We're in stage 4 and I hate this stage. This is where the game gets hard, basically.
Wasn't the game hard already?
No, this is where...
You already died twice.
This is where the game is gets truly... This is where...
I don't think you're supposed to do that, and I don't think that's how physics works.
It's because Belmont doesn't have the brains to move forward, oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, how many...
Okay, come on, what was that?
That was suicide. That was suicide. You may have a lot, however, you have infinite continues. You have infinite... right at the beginning of the level and you have infinite continues. That was not on purpose.
Oh my god. Come on, we're not even at the part with the Medusas and the Knights and the Reaper and you're already dying like so many times.
Yeah, but stage 4...
I gotta act though.
They appear in that part is in stage 5 and stage 4 itself is actually pretty difficult.
Well, considering this is the last video, I assume you hopefully get through that pretty quickly.
You don't say. Of course, I'm going to leave this in the middle of stage 4.
Yeah.
Hey. I need to keep this. I need to keep this.
And odds are you lose it. Wait, hold on. I gotta ask, with the whole Medusa thing, I know in later games, if the Medusa's heads hit you, you get stonified.
It depends.
But
I know, well, I'm obviously only talking from Symphony of the Night experience because that's the only Metroidvania I've played. But,
well, it doesn't have to be Metroidvania.
No. The stone stuff is like a status effect. That would only happen in
Or the stairs. You just came out of the bricks.
That would only happen in the Metroidvanias because the Metroidvanias are far more RPG-like than Metroid.
Okay. But I got...
Metroid even has an RPG feature.
Exactly.
Right?
That's the point. But
I gotta ask this though. It's just like, how come in this game...
You were saying?
Yeah, sorry. But how come in this game, or like any other games, when the Medusa heads like are looking at you, how come you just don't change into
It's the NES.
Because
I know, but
they
still.
It's the NES.
Constantly, because the role of the Medusa heads is to constantly spawn and be annoying. If they turned them into stone by looking at you, they would become stoned the moment they appeared on screen.
Well, it doesn't mean...
You want the game to be more hard?
Well, no,
if you want the game to be harder than this, play Castlevania 3.
That's right, we got a badass over here.
All that money, and it does nothing.
It does points. It gives you points, and 30,000 points gives you an extra life, and then 80,000 points gives you an extra life, and then 130, then 180, and so on and so forth.
So
anyway,
basically,
about the Medusa heads,
lives,
in the Medusa head, thing about the Medusa heads, only some in Symphony of the Night, anyway, did actually turn you into stone. And that was only the yellow Medusa heads. The blue ones just damaged you.
Are there different colors now? Where's the red Medusa head?
Only, from what I remember, there was only yellow and blue. Also, this is Frankenstein's monster.
What's that little jumping thing jumping around? Hermits?
I think it's a flea man. Because it uses the same sprite.
It's a horror stereotype. I have a really short, hunched back midget jumping all over the place.
See? Holy Water completely broke that boss.
As long as you keep that, you shouldn't die. Hopefully.
And pretty much, if you want to clear stage 5, you need the Holy Water. And guess what? There is only one Holy Water in the entire level. And where is it? At the very beginning.
Lovely.
So basically, you need to not die. And no, you need to basically...
Isn't there a checkpoint? Like,
yeah, but you lose your sub-weapon.
You can't get it?
You lose your sub-weapon. Hey. This is...
You know, I just realized...
not the hardest...
Castlevania and Metroid have more in common than I think they do. Let's be honest, like, the original NES counterparts kind of weren't the best control-wise, and they came over to the Super Nintendo, and everybody was basically gushing over at them. With Super Metroid and Super Castlevania 4.
And I prefer Super Castlevania 4 of those two.
Oh, well, they're both good, even though I never played them both.
So...
Weapon things, yeah!
Also, here's one of the other things that makes this game far harder. the amount of damage enemies do is not consistent. It
And
increases
so
as you
it's
go
in-
throughout the game.
Fourths, I believe.
Another thing that's not consistent is the number of bones in the skeleton's body.
Oh, who cares? It's a skeleton.
In Stage 2, where the Medusa heads first appeared, if they hit you only took 2 damage. In here, they take 4. How much health did you have
Medusa head
maximum?
buffed up.
16. Everything
Basically
in this
4 hit your
stage,
dead.
everything in this stage does 4 damage to you. You basically only have 4 hit points because
Alright, either
4 hits
the
die.
enemy started to buff up or Simon just got weaker. I'm assuming it's the latter.
It's either that or he's crapping his pants because he's close to Dracula. Either or.
So shit lowers your defense.
Yes. Because you're saving.
Meet the Axe Knights, and they've never been harder than they have been in this game. Hell, I think they're even easier in Castlevania 3, and that game's far harder than this game in general. That game's also far larger. There is more than 6 stages.
True.
You know, are there in 3?
I don't know, because I've never done that. I've never beaten all the stages. I've only beaten 3 once, and you see, 3 has an alternate route system, where on completion of a level you get a choice of 2 more. You can only take 1 of them. And I've only ever beaten it once, so I've only ever taken 1 path. And I don't particularly want to go back to it. It's
I'll
not
just
bad.
throw the goddamn holy water.
It's not bad, but I just think it's too hard. It's far harder than this game, I think.
They did that because of Castlevania 2 was just said it was too easy.
It was too easy and too hard.
Yes, everybody knew the duck in a corner, so you can have a tornado whisk you over to Magic Land.
That's not hard, that's stupid. There's a fine difference.
That's it. That's why it's hard, but it's the fate.
Because it's cryptic.
To quote TV tropes, it's a case of guide, dang it. You need a guide to clear that game.
And this is before the internet, kids, so everyone had to get the power.
Yep.
Yep.
And spend money.
That's the point. You can't get the power without money.
If you did that, you are a fucking genius. And
Or just had way too much free time on your hands.
You know what? I'm gonna give the benefit of the doubt. There was probably a few group of kids who probably did, they did have a lot of time on their hands, but they probably experimented and just kept doing it all over the place. Or maybe they just found it out through dumb luck. I mean, it's no different than now, really. The only difference is now we're kind of like, we have something to fall back on.
And games are just easier in general.
Well,
Some
that
quest
too.
is
Well,
somewhat...
some games are not. I think some games nowadays still are as difficult as this game.
I mean, Super Meat Boy is newish, and that's
Most
not really designed to be an easy game.
No, here's the thing. Most games that are considered very hard now are, with, Demon Souls and Dark Souls being one of the only exceptions I can think of, all games that are considered, brutally hard are indie games. Because...
Really?
This is because of the AAA thing. Most games that this game would have been, probably...
Up, yeah, this is that room.
Considered a AAA sort of title on original release. It would be equivalent to today's AAA titles. However, you see, because gaming is far larger mass market now, there's a
You
lot
basically
larger
dumb it down
far
for
larger
a large
user base, and, put it this way. They would rather make lots of money by making the game easier and far more, it could be applied to a far larger audience, so therefore they would be able to get more money from it. That's why games are easier, mostly now.
You can't really fault a company for
I'm not
wanting
saying
to
it's
make
bad.
money, because
I'm not saying it's a bad thing at all.
Yeah, I know, but there are some people out there that's like, oh, they just want to make money, they're horrible people. Well, you kind of need money to do stuff.
Well, also,
especially if you're a company.
It just.
Well, hold on,
That's
wait.
how we break the Grim Reaper boss fight.
Yeah, but...
Otherwise, you're crying.
Yeah, but, hold on, wait. That same exact formula, basically dumb it down for the broader audience is why adaptations of, old classic things like, Transformers and whatnot are popular in the box office, but hardcore fans despise it because it's dumbed down for the larger audience. It's not exactly good. It's out there.
And now we reach stage 6, the final level, and also the hardest, and the only one I cannot reliably beat. I honestly can. Stage 5 is
Oh, hey, it's the
hard
first boss being rehashed. How many
as an
games
enemy.
did that?
As an enemy.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
There's 4 of them. 4, maybe, no, 5, maybe even 6.
Wah, wah,
This
wah.
is not by any means easy. It's the hardest level of the game, and whilst I do say stage 5 is hard, and believe me it is, I've beaten that level. I've basically gone through that level, not necessarily beaten death, but I've been through that level so many times that it's sort of second nature to me now. Well, stage 6, I cannot say that's the same case. I've only ever beaten stage 6 twice. I've only ever beaten
Well, I mean, this is the final level. This is where you go all out.
3 times. This is the 3rd time. This recording was the 3rd time, yeah.
Knowing me, I could not get past, like, stage 2. Because I never finish games, but yeah.
Well, then technically, people now can make these games easier by going on an emulator and just save stating the hell out of the games.
It's still hard, though. You still have to go through the tedious process.
No, it is harder, but like the thing is like if you use a save state correctly, you learn the stage easier. Like for example, if I died like midway about here, I would just load the state up at the beginning of the stage, so I don't have to go through the and wait for the thing to load and to get back to where I was. Especially if the game has for some reason extended game.
That doesn't make it easier. That just makes it less.
Well, it doesn't make it easier, but it makes it.
It can make
less
it easier
time
depending on the
consuming.
position of the save state.
For real.
If I were to get
Generally, I
over
put it
here,
before
if I were
Mark
to
at home.
die here, I would return to that door where was near the skeleton. If I were to game over, back at the beginning of the stage. If I was on the last life, the save state would make it a hell of a lot easier. Also,
Pretty much.
welcome
It all
to one
depends on how you use it.
welcome to one of the most recognizable areas in any Castlevania game. You can probably guess what it is, because, well, one of them does appear in every single Castlevania game in existence, to my knowledge. Yep,
Nope.
it is the Clock Tower.
Never heard
Oh,
of
so
it.
that's why this area looked familiar. Does it have the exact same layout?
Now, every single Castlevania game has a different layout, and Symphony of the Night actually explains it with the most bullcrap excuse ever.
Time travel
This will sound
shenanigans?
good.
This castle is a creature of chaos. It can take many incarnations.
What a load of bull.
That is
They said the same thing with Silent Hill. I bought it.
That is
Well,
Alucard's
Silent Hill is...
line.
Hold, wait, Silent Hill...
Silent Hill's an entire town. This is just a tower.
This
Look,
is
wait,
a
no.
castle.
Silent Hill, it like takes a shape based off the
Grand
people who are
Staircase.
in it.
Alright, so wait, what if I take a bunch of kids on a field trip
Goodbye,
to Silent Hill?
world.
What the hell is... What?
I had no health, and then I decided to do it again just so I could refill my lives. And you can
Lovely.
see my lives aren't full because I edited out deaths.
Alright, so
I
this is
don't
it.
Because
see where your lives are.
the P.
The P.
Oh, the P,
Of course.
okay.
Yes.
It's normally represented by a symbol
This will
or
pretty
L.
much give you the bare necessities, I believe, to
Pretty
take
much.
on Dracula.
This is it. Dracula's fight is very
Oh, come on,
tedious.
get the last
That's why,
torch.
that's why I edited out... No, I'm keeping that intact for a reason. Because it has holy water.
Nice.
Shouldn't you
First-
normally use the axe for the first phase, and then the holy water for the second?
The first phase is very easy.
He's just shooting fireballs at you.
He's losing, I believe it's called Hellfire. Because
It's an
Alucard,
awesome
This is
game!
hell.
because Alucard could use the same tactic in Symphony of the Night, and it's called Hellfire there. And it's pretty much exactly the same. He teleports, opens his cave, and fires 3 fireballs out of it. Also, remember, do die in 4 hits.
No wonder nobody gives a shit about hell. If all it is a man opening his cape and is shooting out fireballs.
Flash!
He's not... That's not even a strip. He's just
Flash!
his arm.
Flash!
This is a boring boss.
This is only the first form.
Flash!
Yes, yeah, but still. The only thing that's pretty much going to catch you off guard is teleports right on top of your ass.
You get a second before he gains collision, though.
There we go.
Here comes the second form. It's that
What is that thing?
Holy water is very helpful against it, and you have to hit his face, I believe, otherwise the hit doesn't count. And even then, you have to hit multiple times with the whip before he actually loses 1 health. It's like 1 whip strike is half a hit. It's like half of a block.
It's, again, stupid.
Not really. And also...
I mean, hold up.
What
is he, a gargoyle?
He also...
Oh god, he's shooting fireballs, but he's actually aiming it.
He also has what I consider the big eye problem. You might be able to guess what that is.
Yeah.
He can jump randomly high or randomly
and
low.
you can only get under him when it's high.
Which is a load of bull. And I can see he can corner you, which is again a load of bull.
Honestly, the second form is
at least big guy, which
the
is
only
an enemy.
hard part.
True.
The only really hard part is the second form. But yeah, that's it.
It's just, I hate to bring this up, but how the hell did you think holy water looks like glue?
I've seen blue glue before.
It is generally white though, and it makes fire when it hits the ground.
The credits in this game are very interesting because, well, you see all these people, none of them are Konami employees.
Why?
All of these people are famous people from horror films.
Yeah.
Why?
I have no idea.
Hold up, wait, so
it says right there, death was part of the game. He made it, he's in it, and he's death.
Hold up, wait, hold up. This makes no sense. Hold up, wait, so no one who made the actual game were in the credits.
That's right.
What the bullshit is that?
I'm sure they had to get,
also,
probably put it on the resume, hey, I worked on Castlevania.
There's one difference between the Simon Belmondo. That was changed. That was changed. I don't know what game it was in.
Simon Belmondo, the greatest masked wrestler ever!
Oh, geez, it's already over?
Yeah, short game. Wait, again?
It's hard mode.
Oh, God.
Don't worry, I'm not insane enough to do that.
Good.
But you're insane enough to do other things.
Lost Levels in 06, I take it the referencing?
I'm referencing half the stuff you do Sonic related.
Cough, cough! 100% run Sonic 06.
I'm not doing that.
I thought you did.
No, I didn't. The one I answered was SA2.
There's a difference between being crazy, mentally insane, and just not having anything up there.
Hold up, wait, so what terrible game did you 100%?
Wasn't it Colors?
Yeah, it was Colors. And thus the hate mail.
Save Colors.
I'm saving it for my Colors commentary, but I'm going to.
I'm warning you right now. Whenever we do Colors, it will most likely be negative by these two.
Especially by me.
Anyway, by me.
Yeah, this has been Castlevania. See ya. I guess.
Bye.